Morning, everybody.
Morning, Rabbi.
This week's parsha is Parshas Vayikra. We'll get to that in just a second. There was a businessman. He owned a big company, and when he got older, and he was thinking to retire and to find a new CEO for the company, he gathered all his employees and managers and all the people that had the high positions, and he said, very soon I'm going to choose one of you to take over this company. But I don't know which one to choose, so I'm going to give you all a task, and whoever fulfills this task the best will be the one that will get the position. He gave each one a planter, and he said, inside I put a couple of seeds. I want everybody to go home, water it, plant it, take care of it, whatever it is that you have to do, and let it grow. And whichever one grows the nicest, the biggest, and the best, that's the person that shows that he can take care of something, he can develop something, and him, I'm going to leave the company. Okay? Everybody went home. One of the guys there, his name was Yossi. He goes home also with his planter. He tells his wife, he's very excited. This is a great opportunity. And they're watering, and they're doing this. They're putting it by the window and giving it sunlight and whatever they can do. Nothing is growing. Nothing is growing. It's like it's dead. And everybody else is coming back to the office or to the company, and they're saying, oh, mine is growing so nicely. It's developing, and it's turning this color and that color. Excuse me, on and on and on. And him, nothing. Doesn't know what to do. He's very, very lost. But he keeps on trying. Doesn't give up. He keeps on trying every day. He keeps on watering it. Maybe something will start. Maybe something will happen. Maybe whatever. Anyway, the day comes. D-Day comes. Everybody's to bring their plants back. They bring their planters. And everybody has this nice, beautiful development. And he has nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not even a hair. And the owner looks at everybody, sees all the beautiful planters, and he says, I want to take this opportunity now to introduce our new CEO of the company. And he calls up Yossi. And Yossi's thinking to himself, wow, what happened over here? So he says, I want to let everybody know I put in dead seeds in every single person as a planter. And somehow everybody did Tchias HaMesim, they did resurrection. Obviously, they took different seeds. They put it in, they got their thing. But this guy had the dedication to try to develop, even though it wasn't going, he didn't give up. He didn't start, running to a different company. He tried to work with it, to do the best he can. And that's the person that I see is fit to be the one to take the company and to be committed and dedicated and involved and to keep it going as best as possible. This week's parsha, we start with the parsha of Vayikra. And Vayikra starts, the whole book really starts, it talks about karbanos, sacrifices, all the different laws and details about sacrifices. And there are all different types of sacrifices. There are expensive sacrifices, there are cheaper sacrifices, there is public sacrifices, private sacrifices, sacrifices for this, sacrifices for that. And then there is the opening and the closing sacrifice that is done every day in the Mishkan and the temple. As a keves echot ta'aseh b'boiker, should put one lamb in the morning. As a keves hasheni ta'aseh ben arbayim. There's another carbon tamid that was also a keves, a lamb that was at night. And that was the opening and the closing of every day of the sacrifices. And this was a sacrifice that was considered a public sacrifice, a communal sacrifice. How was it a communal sacrifice? Everybody gave a half a shekel at the beginning of the year. And for those half a shekels, they bought those communal sacrifices. And like this, everybody had a connection to it. So too, we have this same concept in our lives. We have the opening of the day and the closing of the day. It may be simple, maybe little, maybe nothing. But this is something that if you are consistent and you give even a little bit, it's as if you're giving the whole day to Hashem. Hashem is what is important to Hashem is that every single one of us, we're giving a little bit and we are consistent in what we're giving every day. This is something that is very, very special. There was once somebody that was speaking to the Lubavitch Rebbe's wife, the Rebbitzin, and he asked the Rebbitzin, do you know what's the most favorite prayer by the Rebbe? So the Rebbitzin says, I don't know. It's a very interesting question. Thank you for asking. I'm going to ask the Rebbe, and when I get an answer, and I'll see you next time, I'll tell you. So the next time she saw this person, or he came to visit, the Rebbe says, I have an answer for you. I asked the Rebbe, what is his most precious prayer? What's his prayer that's the most chaviv? It's most, special by him? And the Rebbe said that the first prayer in the morning, Moida ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, shechazarta bi nishmasi b'chel rabam emunasecha, that I thank you, Hashem, Master of the universe, that you returned to me, my soul, and you have great faith in me that I'm going to fulfill my mission. That's the greatest prayer, that Hashem gives us another chance, that we have the opportunity to work another day. There's nothing better than that. So this is a little thing, but when we get up in the morning, we're able to say, thank you, Hashem, for returning my soul, recognizing that everything comes from Hashem. This is already a little donation that we give, recognition that we're starting our process for the day. May we be able to be inspired to do it with vigor and with commitment. And like this, our whole day is connected with Hashem and with doing good. May it be so. B'karav mamish. Amen.
Amen.